course, it is our determination that the municipality may have liability issues. Certainly, if any resulting fines are not large enough deterrent, council needs to rethink its approach to all bylaw enforcement issues. Council may also find itself with more bylaw battles if enforcement does not follow through. If actions set in motion by the Short-Term Rental Accommodations Committee and Council have no follow-through, there could be no confidence that Council or bylaws have any teeth. So the Lambton Shores Community Association is asking Council to enforce its bylaws as requested by the Plan 24 Committee and the Lambton Shores Community Association. The Lambton Shores Community Association has no confidence in the current contracted bylaw enforcement firm and believes Council needs to rethink their service provider. And I trust we will hear back from the municipality on this matter as soon as possible. So that was our first letter, and due to some confusion and problem with delegation dates, in the meantime, Carol sent back a comprehensive response, which I think is either in your package or was in your package at some point. And so our second letter is just a response to those details. And it turns out that the letter Carol sent us was in response to a letter that was a draft letter. So there's some confusion with that as well. However, here's our response. To Mayor and all members of Council, this is dated January the 11th. January 7th, 2013, the Lambton Shores Community Association received further information from the clerk's office consisting of January 3rd letter advising us of the details of the municipality's activities with their lawyer and the building inspector activities regarding the Committee of Adjustment, Fence Bylaw 80, 2009, Fence Bylaw 80, 2009 diagram, Bylaw Enforcement Update 134, 2012, November 7th, 2012. This information does not address the concerns of the Lambton Shores Community Association. When this issue first came to our attention, Lambton Shores Community Association did review the fence and zoning bylaws. The clerk's letter says that the fences at 11 and 13 Woodward Avenue pre-exist the fence bylaw of 2008. Lambton Shores Community Association believes that incorrect. There were remnants of some fences along the back and interior side yards from years ago. They were replaced recently by 12-foot fences. These were lowered in the summer of 2012 to comply with the bylaw and now are 6.5 feet according to those who approved them. There were never any gates or fences between the building at the front or exterior side yards until they were built in the spring of 2010. Neighbors can verify this, and we have photos dated from 2008 which show no fences there at that time. See Exhibit 4 and 4A and 4B. And with this information, we contend that the fences there now are not legal non-conforming. They were built after the bylaw was passed. The clerk believes this information was shared with several neighbors. Who received this information and in what format? There was no official letter from any authority like the Committee of Adjustment or the municipality to anyone that Lambton Shores Community Association is aware of. These discussions appear to have no official format, and we are requesting that the municipality ensure that in the future such information is official and dealt with properly to all parties. On the parking enforcement issue in the bylaw officer's report, it states that parking regulations are enforced to ensure that area streets remain clear and unobstructed for safety reasons, and the bylaw enforcement staff patrol the municipal roads and the parking lots in the summer months to ensure compliance with municipal bylaws and regulations. When bylaw officers allow vehicles to park perpendicular to lot lines on municipal property, they are not ensuring that the streets remain clear and unobstructed, because these vehicles stick out into the traveled part of the street. When cars begin to park diagonally along Woodward, where cars have always parked parallel, that creates a hazard on the narrow streets of Plan 24. Complaints were made to the municipality about it. When bylaw officers allow cars to park on streets that have posted signs that there is to be no parking on either side of the street, that is not ensuring compliance with municipal bylaws and regulations, as the bylaw officers themselves are contravening bylaws. It should be noted that on the narrow streets of Plan 24, we are seeing increased use by ambulances and rescue as they cannot get down Main Street during busy summer seasons. The parking issues we are discussing could have serious safety consequences if parking is not properly enforced. Sincerely, the Lambton Shores Community Association. And attached to this were a number of exhibits, and I think there's a little explanation with all of them there. They're numbered on the exhibit list, and I won't bother going through that part of the presentation.
Okay.
Want to deliver to the record.
Okay, that's all noted, your comments are noted, and we will refer that information to the short-term rental committee, and as we review and move forward this year, we'll try to address concerns that we can. Any questions of council? Councilor Bonston.
First of all, I'd like to thank your association for working with us, and I think maybe what we need to do, if you are amenable, is to have a pre-prom period meeting well in advance to sit down, because I don't think the rental accommodation, this is the chair, but I don't think it's going to go away anytime soon. I think this is one of the challenges of tourist towns. It's going to be ongoing. It's never going to be solved. So we have to use a team approach. So if you're amenable to that, we can take that back to the short-term rental committee and set that up. But I did want to thank you for your patience. I know we've attended all the meetings. I would probably have sold by now, given the challenges that have been there, but progress is being made. The clerk has a handle on the bylaw enforcement situation, and I'm not prepared to comment on that. I know the clerk has a very extensive report on it. If there's issues there, then I have full faith that our clerk will deal with that in terms of compliance and safety. But I think we do need to have this discussion prior to the season starting.
That's totally fine with us. Just send us an invitation and someone will be there.
Good.
Okay. Councilor McGuire.
Thank you very much for your presentation. If I could just ask one favor, could we possibly get a copy of those 20 complaints that your association has, just so we can bring them to the...
Yeah, we'll have to take out some of the personal information.
Yeah.
We had thought about putting it in the report, but it just kind of was getting bigger. So we can do that, yes, we'll go ahead and send that along.
Forward to the clerk.
Okay, thank you.
Councilor Scott, you had a question?
Thank you for bringing this to our attention. I do have some concerns where there may be some inconsistency with bylaws. That concerns me that it's a safety issue. Like, I know that after having talked to the fire chief in Grand Bend, and then I was out on the roads just doing a tour, and seeing how narrow they are, that if a fire truck needs to get down there, something that's parked on a no parking spot is going to impede our fire trucks from getting there, because they're quite large, so I'm concerned about that very much.
Fire chief has commented that they can go down Main Street if they have to. They did that a few times.
It wasn't the Main Street part, I'm talking about the inappropriately parked cars on the side streets. Because you said they were secondary using that, right? Yeah, that's just a concern.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
8.7. Our Director of Community Service Report number 11, with the Caden Brown Foundation, or the recommendation on page 120.
Did we skip, sorry, did we skip number 10?
The fee waivers, no, we did that.
I apologize. On the recommendation.
The recommendation for the contribution agreement. Councilor Scott, seconded. Any questions on that? All in favor of that? That's carried. Thank you. 8.8, Grand Bend Optimist Club Youth Center rental agreement with the recommendation on page 133. Councilor Wonsted?
This is a budget issue, is it not?
This is the agreement issue that I believe Council had agreed to, but
We need agreed to do
this is for the, get to it. 3-year agreement, Grand Bend District for operations of the youth center. Brent, you want to speak to this?
Yeah, last year council did pass a 3-year agreement with the Grand Bend Optimist, where we would provide them a grant of $5,000. What this is doing is just putting in place the terms of use for them to use the building.